Hello everyone, welcome to Gaming Input. I'm Marky. Oh, right, Freddy's not here today. I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different on my own. I had the idea, which honestly is pretty simple, but wanted to try something casual in the midst of doing all these sale and deal videos. I also wanted to use the opportunity to test a capture device I've had to record some game capture and see how the footage turns out. It's really nice, so what I decided to do is I'm going to share with you guys what I've been playing recently. Now for my first video for this, I wanted to kind of somewhat apologize, being like, a lot of the games I have on here are kind of the not finished ones, you know what I mean, live service games basically. So I want to apologize for that. There's a lot of games I'm trying to invest in and I really want to keep following, so I've been doing a lot of those. I've been trying to make some slight progress in a few of the games that do have a finite conclusion. Please bear with me for it. As I'm attempting to knock out the backlog, the ever impossible task that a lot of gamers have nowadays. But, you know, the whole purpose of this video, I think, is to kind of talk to you guys about what I've been playing and my thoughts on some of it. And just to kind of, you know, keep discussion going and potentially help knock out that backlog. If I keep knocking these games out or knocking some games down, I can hopefully make some progress and maybe start paying more attention to the new releases and, of course, the deals that follow. So no sales today, just gameplay, which I'm more than happy to share. So let's continue with our first game that I've been playing a lot of, which is Fortnite. I don't know what the public opinion is on Fortnite anymore, really. I don't know if it's bad to play, if it's just for kids or this or that or whatever. But I kind of want to specify that I'm really just kind of playing the zero build mode. You know, I was one of the people who never really got used to the building of Fortnite, and when it got to the final rounds, people who were great at building just kind of overtook you, you know what I mean? Those who've played it kind of understand. So I went for the zero build option, and I've been having a lot of fun since, which I'm not quite sure what exactly when that came around. And I've been realizing that I've been enjoying the gunplay. The addition of mantling and hurdling has been kind of very helpful for me too. I feel a lot more mobile, and those who haven't played recently might be interested in giving it a shot through that. I did realize though, as I was recovering and editing this footage, it's tough to make Fortnite look exciting, you know what I mean? Heck, Donkey just had a video about watching a trailer versus what the gameplay will be. And I think I'm going to have to edit this down to add just the firefights or random things I do, because running around in a straight map, when I take that footage and I go, man, I'm having a good time. But I look at the footage and I go, man, I'm just running in a straight line for a good while. And to be fair, you know, battle royales in general do have that lull in between them. But I think that's what makes the firefights more exciting, because it's pepper sprayed for out and you don't know when exactly you're going to run into one. So hey, and as an addition to the gameplay itself, I've been messing with locker loadouts, which I might have just discovered even though it's been around for a while, because I've been having my character just be a lot of the random stuff together, because as I get things, I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste it. I'll have it randomly assigned so that one day I'll run into it as I play the game. But now I have a little bit too much, I think. So what I've been doing is building locker loadouts, which I didn't know you could randomize, and so that way you can have preset characters that you've made become available, and that's been pretty helpful for me. And I've been having a lot of fun just kind of playing as the characters I want to play with the random, you know, back blings and all that stuff. So hey, good time. The only thing I'm kind of not invested in, maybe it's because of the slow trickle of the quests, has been the new season. I know obviously not every season is supposed to be this big ground shaking event, but this changed up a couple locations, the new like cyberpunk inspired design, and maybe because I probably should maybe hold off on playing it for a good while and then try to come back as the season maybe gets to its end, because I'm pretty much done on the quests, and I think the main story quests that are going around are like, I have 2 weeks to wait before they get updated again, which, you know, if I don't have those completed, I don't get the XP and I don't build the battle pass as often as I would like. So I'm thinking of maybe putting this one on hold for the moment. Not that it's bad, of course. I, you know, have a good time. I just want to feel a little bit more progression being made. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'll keep playing it and we'll see how it goes. Another one I've been playing is Fire Emblem Engage. Now I'm going to throw a spoiler warning out here that this footage is in the late stages of the story. You might see some things that you don't want, so if you're not interested, dip off, I'll probably put a timestamp in the video. That way you know. Because basically what I've been doing is I think I'm near the end of the game, and I have all the units that I think I have, that you can have. And what I'm doing is I'm grinding for supports, basically. I'm just running around in the random pop-up locations and just building supports, both with the characters and with the emblems. What I was doing was waiting for the DLC emblems to come out. So I pretty much, all the waves have come out, minus the extra story. And I don't know what that one's going to really have, if it's going to have new stuff in it for the main game. But I'm just going to call it there because there's a lot of work to do. A lot of characters to build supports and a lot of emblems. And each character has supports with those emblems. Now, I know it's somewhat silly that I want to do everything and hear every conversation before the end of the game and just basically put the story at a standstill. But I don't know, I feel comfortable doing it. I just wanted to see what the interactions are. And I think for me, as I'll probably point out, I don't have a lot of investment in the specific stats and the strategy of it all. I'm playing it on casual, and I've kind of been doing that for a lot of Fire Emblem games recently. And I just kind of wanted to began to realize that the story or the characters are kind of what keep me engaged. Funny. Engaged with Fire Emblem Engage. Not so much the, I guess, combat of it all. There's a part of me that wants to kind of dive in and do a maddening run and maybe put it to the test and see what I can learn about my enemy units and, what abilities I have that can make the most of it. There's probably a lot of strategy and a lot of fulfillment that comes from that. I just haven't yet, thrown myself into that ring. So I've just been investing in the characters, and I've been having a great time. A lot of the characters are interesting. I know Fire Emblem's had a problem with, if you want to consider it a problem, with these characters that have one quirk about them, and that's it. While I do respect it to a certain way, I just enjoy the way the characters speak. They have great performances, I believe. And seeing the random interactions are kind of what keep me going. So I'm going to keep building supports. This is probably going to take a good while, but once I'm done with that, these characters are going to be reaching their level cap and all that, and I'm going to start messing with weapon loadouts, because you get a lot of interesting weapons, especially with the new updates like the Wishing Well that upgrades items randomly, and just grinding gold in general to buy the things you want, and build a loadout from each character that I think will be enjoyable. Of course, not realizing that, I won't be able to use every character in the final chapter. I don't think that's a little too crazy. So I'm going to keep that in mind, but honestly, I just want to hear these conversations and supports. So I'm going to keep doing that, and I'll let you know how it goes as I keep going. Another recent release was actually the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Wave, which I've had a great time with. I think a lot of people's impressions are relatively solid. I think the only detraction that people will have is the abundance of Mario Kart Tour tracks. Now, I'll say this, I haven't spoken about Mario Kart Tour because I haven't played it. I downloaded it, I think, a couple times, and this was way back when. I know it's been changing some things. I don't think it has the gacha system anymore. So I know Mario Kart Tour has a bit of a stigma on it, to the point where I'm actually, nowadays, I think somewhat a little bit confused as to why people are so vehement about not having tour tracks. I mean, I don't know if we were expecting to have all tracks from the original games done first before we get to tour, but hey, it is what it is. I know the problem is that it's just a lot of city backdrops, but these ones have done a pretty decent job. I especially like the Singapore one. I've been a big fan of those newer maps that have, not set laps, and it's just a big whole lap split into 3 areas. I thought it was a lot of fun. But honestly, this wave was going to be one of my favorites, because when they revealed that Yoshi's Island was the original track being added, I was over the moon. I love Yoshi's Island so much. And then when I finally played the track, it was perfect. They had almost every enemy out there, almost every theme from the game. And with, of course, they have a great idea for lap design, especially in the later half of running out through a ramp, hitting the block or the little cloud if you can, and it unlocks a secret map with all the music and all the little sound effects from that game, which is honestly what I live for. That small stuff is just very nostalgic to me, and I'm happy to see it here represented in Mario Kart. And I hope they do more stuff like that too. I know original tracks like the Christmas one, and what is it, I forgot, it was like the dessert one. Those are nice, those are cool. I kind of want them to explore a little more on maybe other games too, or their past Mario titles, and see what they can come up with, because those were a lot of fun, and Yoshi's Island was no exception. I also like the concept of them talking about maybe putting new characters in here, potentially 5 more. The addition of Birdo was a kind of foot in the door, and a part of me was hoping that this would happen with the booster course wave, because Mario Kart 8 just keeps getting bigger, and why not add more characters, or maybe even a couple more relevant ones. I feel like they might go, a little bit out of the way when they did Splatoon, Animal Crossing, and Legend of Zelda. They might do something else too, to be fair. A lot of people want Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, a different Bowser, hopefully no pink gold anything, but, we'll see. And lastly, I liked the sudden balance changes made to the carts, because I was doing a very bit of online, but a lot of it was the traditional Waluigi, Wiggler, I can't remember the tire's name, combo, and honestly that kind of made it a little less interesting. I didn't like seeing the same racer and Kart out there every time, and seeing them, well, I mean, I'm not very good, but seeing them beat me every time was, I don't know, it kind of muddied the waters a little bit when it came to like expressing yourself here in the game, which thankfully with this it kind of helps. I don't know if things have really settled into like a big tier list of who's best or who's better, but I mean, I'm excited to use different characters and different carts and see better results because of it. But hey, that is what it is, and hopefully as the changes reveal more things, we'll see how the balance updates for the next 2 waves, which I think there's 2 more. There's apparently people noticing some fine print, maybe saying that there could be more waves after this booster course pass, but hey, we'll see. I'm assuming this is a pretty big success, because of I think I keep misunderestimating how popular Mario Kart 8 Deluxe specifically is. So hey, we could be seeing more karts in the future, more waves, more tracks, and having this just be the ultimate Mario Kart. But hey, we'll see. Another one I've been messing around with has been Halo Infinite. It dropped Season 3 recently, and I've been one of those holdouts for Halo Infinite. Depending on who you talk to, it's a dead game or not a fun one anymore. But I've had a great time with it. I've been messing with customization. I've been playing the campaign a couple times, but the multiplayer, I think it just hits the right notes with me. So I've been trying out this new season. I've enjoyed it very much so. I liked the addition of the new weapon and the new equipment, the Bandit. The Bandit being kind of like a pseudo DMR. As I was playing it though, I understood that like this feels different from the Commando rifle to a certain extent, but ultimately the same. I don't know. I hope we kind of elaborate more with newer weapons in the future. Maybe some stuff from earlier Covenant, like what is it? I can't remember the names. I think the Storm rifle, and I think like the silenced SMG. I think we can mess around with a couple more things and make it a little bit different. As for the equipment edition, which I really like, the shroud screen, it once again adds another layer. Am I specifically good with it? No, but I liked seeing new stuff because I think it ups the strategy. What I was really liking is the new game mode that they've added for the Mindfall event, which I'm not sure if it'll stick around, but I really hope it does. Kind of like a pseudo gun game where teams of people, as they collect kills, it changes the set of weapons to something completely different. But the set that you would have before it is probably the most advantageous. So you went from, big heavy weapons the first round, and when you got enough kills, you went to melee weapons, which you have to go and, get kills with those to get to the next set. But obviously, you're at a disadvantage against the guy with the rocket launcher trying to get at him with a sword. But it keeps things balanced, and actually, I've had a few neck-and-neck games, which I've been having a lot of fun with. So that new mode, I really hope that one sticks around. I like the direction it's going into. The opinions that seem pretty divisive, I think, is the narrative events. I hope I want them to do something good with them. I like where it's going, but I think what would really help these is if they tied into Halo Infinite, or specifically, I guess, Master Chief. I think that's where it needs to go. It needs to have something that ties us to the story ongoing. If that's what Halo Infinite wants to be, I think it needs to do that. You can have all these characters, Spartan Din, Agrius, I'm sorry. The fact that I can't remember these guys, I think, might be somewhat of a testament to it. I think we need to go a little bit more in depth in those. I think the Battle Pass should have cutscenes that you reach in certain points. Not as unlockables. I mean, I know we can talk about the unlockable system, but just at certain points in the battle pass, you get to cutscenes, and you get to watch those and kind of see how things progress. I think that's kind of a way to go. It's a little bit different, but I believe, and if it ties into Master Chief or maybe involves Master Chief, even better. I think people would be seeing a lot more positive feedback and react well to those. Lastly, the abundance of Forge maps. Been trying to do the community collection playlist, and of course the new maps in general that were made in Forge. They are looking fantastic. Forge mode has been a shining beacon in Halo Infinite. I am not creative with it at all, but seeing what people have made is really, really cool. So hey, I'm completely down for it. If it means just more maps in general, that the 343 really invests in what the community makes, go for it. Keep adding them in. Just let's make the variety as big as possible. And I'm all for it. Now, when it comes to specific maps, which ones are good, which ones are bad, I play with people who have strong opinions about how certain maps look, how certain weapons work. I haven't invested too much in those. I just try to have a good time as much as I can, and not saying they don't. I haven't gotten to the nitty-gritty of it to really this map isn't well designed, or this weapon just doesn't have enough utility. As I play more, I'm hopefully gonna learn and adjust more, but we'll see. Another game I've been playing is Metroid Fusion, and I know I said in the beginning of this video that I wanted to complete my backlog, but I've played Metroid Fusion. I've only been playing it now because it became on the Game Boy Advance Nintendo Switch Online app, which I'm really happy for. I hope this keeps going. They just revealed a video where they added one Game Boy Advance game and 2 NES and a Super. I don't know. The drip feed is still real, but I hope it picks up more. But I think we've been saying that for quite a while now. I know it doesn't help the backlog playing another game, but I don't know if I'll finish it. I just wanted to enjoy this game again. It's just so fantastic, and as people have pointed out, with it here, the entire Metroid library is available on the Switch, and that's really cool. From the original to 2. The only one is 2. I kind of hope either we find a remaster or something of the remake that was on the 3DS, Samus Returns. I kind of want that one more than the original Game Boy one, but hey, as beggars can't be choosers. Metroid fans have now went from starving to having too much to eat with the remaster of Metroid Prime and now this, and just having the access to the entire library on Switch is just great. Not Metroid Prime, just original Metroid. But hey, we'll see how it goes again. Not much else to say. I was just excited to see the game again. And lastly, I'm going to be playing Dead Cells Return to Castlevania DLC specifically. I got genuinely excited when it was announced. I dropped off Dead Cells for a while. I just, it was one of those ongoing roguelike games. I didn't want to fall prey to too many live service games and just wind up not making progress on any of them, To be fair, Dead Cells has always felt like a modern day Castlevania with its very fast-paced movement, and obviously the randomized weapons are different, but the general gameplay itself kind of lends itself to that Castlevania. It tells it was directly inspired by. So they've said they're very excited to work with Konami in this Castlevania crossover in the first place. Now, I've just been trying to get used to the difficulty. It's a very hard game, but I'm kind of just taking it easy, I'm using some of the blueprint extractor pretty much on every new weapon, every new enemy I find, to just collect the weapons and then see how it works from there. So I've been really enjoying that, just kind of seeing it. And the music, hey, they did a great job with the music of mixing Dead Cells' kind of I guess darker grungy style with the hyperactiveness, I guess so to speak, of the Castlevania music. It's come together very well. New weapons are the most exciting part, just for all the references, the holy water, the cross, the Bible, all that fun stuff. Very difficult. Am I making a lot of progress? No. But I have a lot of outfits I can put my cells toward, and as I unlock those, I'll look cool, so hey, I'm completely down for that, and I'm ready to play more, so we'll see how it goes. And there you have it, just some snippets of what I've been playing, and I was kind of just happy to share with you. I wanted to do something a little bit, like I said, casual, easy to put together, mess with some editing, and yeah, see what you guys think. Of course, in the comments, if you guys have anything to say about these games, about anything I should mess with, or anything I should try, I'm all ears. I might be doing another video like this again. Just wanted to add more content out there and kind of express with you guys what I've been playing, what I've been enjoying, and yeah, if you listened all the way through, I'm very happy to hear it and I appreciate it very much. If you want to throw a like, it's always appreciated. Of course, subscribe. We are putting deals out there as we go, branching out to YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok. As an old man, figuring out TikTok has been fun. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and keep on gaming.